filly mares lining up in behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate for tonight's third race. Back over to track announcer Vance Cameron for the call.
Windermere No Harm Done, top of her trade. Geordie's Hope, Elm Grove Misty, Southern Heart, and Pacific Delight. We have a half a dozen noses pointed to the starting gate in the third. Top of the stretch. Now approaching a start. Rough and pacing, top of her trade, the first one out. Along the rail, Windermere No Harm Done is second. Elm Grove Misty will be third to the turn. Geordie's Hope's away fourth. Then in fifth, that is Southern Heart. And on the outside, that's the heavy favorite, Pacific Delight, trailing. Up the backstretch they go, led by top of her trade. In line to the Blue Knight, Jason Hughes. Racing from second is Windermere No Harm Done. Third up the rail is Elm Grove Misty. Racing from fourth is Geordie's Hope. The fifth on the inside is Southern Heart. Then the trailer, that is Pacific Delight. 29-2 was the opening quarter. Still in straight alignment going to the 3/8. On the front end, top of her trade, the leader. Windermere No Harm Done is second. There goes movement from third. Elm Grove Misty on the move. Following her out fourth is Geordie's Hope. Fifth up the rail, Southern Heart. And Pacific Delight is still the trailer. We have three in and we have three out at the opening half mile, led by top of her trade. And she was at the half in 59-2. Up on the outside, it's Elm Grove Misty second. In the pocket third. As they round the turn is Windermere No Harm Done. Fourth on the outside is Geordie's Hope. On the rail, fifth, Southern Heart. Pacific Delight has a lot of work to do and running out of time to do it now. 3/4 coming next, and it's top of her trade, the leader. Elm Grove Misty is second. Windermere No Harm Done. Pacific Delight now moves into fourth. Racing fifth is Southern Heart. Geordie's Hope trails 3/4 in 1:28-3. They turn for home. Top of her trade, Elm Grove Misty. Pacific Delight is coming on late. Down the stretch they come. Top of her trade, Elm Grove Misty. Pacific Delight on the outside. Timed it enough for Barrio. Pacific Delight wins with top of her trade, Elm Grove Misty. 1:58-1.
Well, it's two races in a row now that we're sweating, getting to the wire with our favorite pick here. In the last race with the one, speaking of Shadow, and in this race with Pacific Delight. Barrio, ultra patient here in this one as he got away 6 early as top of her trade got to the front, 29-2, 59-2, 128-3. Pacific Delight ended up third over, and the cover went nowhere, and he ended up going up in between them up the backstretch, and he began to reel them in around the last turn, tipped 3 wide at the top of the stretch, and he times it perfectly here. Barrio does with the 6 Pacific Delight. They land on the line first, and they get it done. Time of the mile, 1:58-1. Top of her trade raced well here tonight as well, and so did the 4 Elm Grove Misty. That was a gutsy first over effort here from the 4 Elm Grove Misty, but it is Barrio timing it perfectly here with Pacific Delight to win the third in 58-1.
Here's Pacific Delight in the third race winner's circle. Bay pacing mare of 5, a Better's Delight from the Pacific Fella Dam Pacific Filly. owned by Jack Keenan of Stratford and Joseph Dahl of Burlington, Ontario. Trained by Ron Matheson, driven to victory by Jules Barrio, the mile 158 and 1. Pacific Delight in the third.